Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Fernbus Simulator. We are continuing the second leg of the journey from Hanover now to Kassel, if I remember correctly. I hope I did. Yes, that's the one. We came from Braunschweig to Hanover, and now from Hanover to Kassel. It's going to be a longer trip than the first one, but we'll be driving on the Autobahn on A7, looks like. So it should be pretty smooth sailing. But we are a bit late, so might as well get going. These guys are from the previous trip, so they actually have left already. Let's go ahead and close the compartments in here. Close that door. Everybody good? Alright, let's check it out. Close the door in front as well. Let's do the announcement and I will be going, okay? And I'll be quiet for a bit while the announcement is playing.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App.
So I'm looking at the time and it says we should be resting somewhere. I think we should make our way and stop here. There should be a rest area there, I think. Otherwise, where else would we be stopping? Yeah, there's no other rest area. Because if you look at the timing here, yeah, at 9 o'clock we should have stopped. I guess we can do that beforehand. We'll see. We'll see how that works.
Stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus.
The tower looks beautiful in the side mirror.
Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to
these are
improve
very
our
skimpy
service.
roads.
Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
Thank you. Now it's my time to shine. Is that a Ferris wheel? Cool. Any cars? No? Alright, good. That's the same stadium that we passed by when we entered this city. Alright, there we go. Maybe we can take some screenshots while waiting, huh? Let's try that out. Can't seem to find a nice shot, or maybe that one will work. Yeah, that one can work just fine. We'll make it work somehow. 196 kilometers to Kassel. It's going to be a bit weird though when we start resting like 30 minutes after we depart, after we leave the station. It's going to feel a bit awkward, but let's see if people will complain. Maybe they won't mind. Retarder, please slow down. There we go. It's more like it. Alright, let's go and start with the Q&A again. So in the previous episode we answered just one. It was about pets, and you guys learned that I was a dog lover. This time, questions from Jay. What was something you loved but it never really took off or was ended before its time? What comes to mind in this question for me is something like something I was passionate about or something I liked before. Does that classify as beating the red light? No, let's classify it as cutting it close. Wait a minute, sorry, we'll have to stop here. You know why? Because this is photo op mode. And we'll be late, I know, but I mean, how can you resist that kind of view, right? Even with all the people waiting at our backs like so. To heck with them. Alright, there we go. We should have a sign on our back. Expect sudden stops for photo sessions. Alright, so what comes to mind to me with that question is something that I was passionate about, or something that I liked, but I was not able to pursue for some reason. And I might have mentioned this already before. But yeah, I'm kind of a frustrated guitarist no, let's focus on the guitarist. I used to enjoy playing the guitar back in high school, so I became a member of a group of friends, part of a group of friends who was very into playing the guitar. And I grew up in the 90s, so there were a lot of alternative bands that were coming out, and the alternative bands were the best. Everyone knows that. Spoken like a true old guy. And during that time, the guitar was a very powerful instrument. Like all the bands had like a guitar, some drums, some of them had keyboards, but it was like an absolute necessity. Not like nowadays when many of the artists use like electronic sounds and whatnot, right? It's a very in thing nowadays. Some people still use the guitar, but not as often anymore. Oh, this one, I think we can rest here. Yeah, this is the rest zone that we were looking at. Let's see how this works. Alright, let's go and look for a rest area first, if you can find anything at least. Let's see, keep your eyes peeled, guys. There's the gas station, and now I don't see a rest area, so this might actually not happen for us. Yeah, I don't think this gas station has a rest area built in, because if it does, it should have the P sign as well, like that one. Yeah, this one only has a gas station, so I'm still not sure how the game mechanics work. That it asks you to stop, but there is no rest area, so how the heck do you manage that? Right, you know what, I'm just going to skip through it. After all, we're late. So, resting should not be part of the deal anymore. Yeah, let's just... You guys have very comfy seats. You shouldn't need to rest. separately. Okay, you live with that. Yeah, first world problems. Oh man, look at this beautiful sight right like here. Beautiful lighting, beautiful mountains in the distance. Oh, now this is a scenic spot. I would love to drive and enjoy the scenery and this view. Man, this is amazing. So, but yeah, anyway, so I was previously, during my high school days, we were very much into the guitar, playing the guitar, but it was not a very, how do you say, back then we didn't have Google yet. We didn't have the internet yet. The internet was at its beginning stages. So you can't just Google or YouTube how to play the guitar. You had to learn from your friends, you had to learn from books. And back then I didn't have that habit yet of learning from books or learning from different stuff. So I mostly just winged it. I was playing with my friends and we were trying to learn as we go. But we didn't have any formal education. At least most of us didn't. And so we were kind of just winging it. And so we had a very informal education of playing the guitar. So we learned a few tricks here and there, but it was not really a very how do you say, technical skill that we acquired. Not because there are some like chords or some rules or some how do you say, philosophies, some principles in playing the guitar. So we didn't really have those. We just knew how to strum or how to pluck, but nothing specific. So I didn't really nurture it that much, and I didn't really get to finish songs even. Like I only played the cool parts, you know. Back in the older days, the songs have this, like after the second chorus there would be this bridge, right? And the bridge would be where the guitarists would have their time of the day. Like they would have, oh, what is that? It's a perfect conical volcano, looks like. Do you even have volcanoes in Germany? Maybe it's just a mountain that's very pointy. But anyway, yeah, so that was part of the kind of playing that I did. No real full songs, just the cool parts, the lead parts, you know, like things like that. And it was not a very comprehensive way of playing, because I couldn't even finish a song. So I didn't even get to have a chance of, you know, like singing along while playing. I find that very hard to do. I didn't develop that skill. And eventually, I guess I just grew out of it. So now I don't play the guitar anymore. I kind of wish that I still do, but it requires a certain amount of effort that I don't really have anymore. I cannot exert anymore because I am too occupied with other things. So I had to let it go. But every now and then, when I see friends or when I see people playing the guitar, and that craving just kind of sort of comes back in a very subtle way. But yeah, I think I can safely say that I have let it go fully, and that I'm okay with not pursuing it. I would rather pursue other things. So I kind of grew out of it, and that's fine, because in life you have to choose. You cannot have everything. You can have money, you can have time, you can have your health, but you cannot have all. So at some point you will have to choose. So if I decided to play the guitar, maybe I'm not YouTubing right now. And this is something that I like much better than playing the guitar. So I'm happy with that. Man, look at that view. That is beautiful. Maybe we are moving to the west here, or actually south, I think, southbound at the moment. Wait a minute, I'm going to test something. So this is downhill, but look at my speed, it's not climbing. Actually, I'm decelerating. Would have expected my speed to have been climbing up there. This is downhill, right? Are you guys seeing it the same thing I am? Yeah, this should be downhill, but we are still losing speed. So I guess the physics in that manner has to be adjusted still. So if anyone knows what mountain that is, let me know, okay? Because that looks absolutely amazing. Looks like a volcano. Look at how sharp it's looking. So to the left here. Alright, let's get ourselves settled. Move back to the right. Let's not get in the way of these faster cars. Looks like I'll have to overtake this guy again though. But yeah, that's one of the things that I've given up on through the years. And I'm fine with that. Next question. What genetic modification would you most like to have? Ooh. What genetic modification would you most like to have? Being clumsy isn't a choice. I don't think I would choose being clumsy explicitly. Man. Oh, that's a view, huh? Let's try and take a photo of that. Here we go again, accident time. We're speeding. Quiet. I'm focusing here. Alright, that might be the best I can do. Oi, 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 oi. Why is everyone slowing down? What's happening with the weather? Foggy weather hype. And perfect timing because we just took our photo and now it's getting really foggy. Goodness. That's scary. But that's nice having this kind of dynamic weather, huh? And all the police cars really sticking with me because I think they know how much of a traffic hazard I am. Alright. What genetic modification would I like to have the most? That's a very interesting thing. By genetic modification, I guess. So, okay, changing my genes. So, I guess the serious gene modification I would like to have is to be 100% healthy, if that's even possible. Like, you know how we have all these genes and some of them are like, how you know how certain sicknesses are genetic in nature? Like you didn't do anything wrong, it's just that it's part of your genes, so you got that sickness. If possible, then I would love to have my gene modified to make it so that I don't have any of those sickness genes, so to speak. I'm not sure if that has any other side effect because I'm not a genealogist. Maybe geneticist is the right term, huh? But in my simple mind, if I can get rid of those problematic genes which can cause sicknesses, then that's going to be amazing. Because staying healthy is the top priority. I mean, you can say we can have money, can have loving relationships and everything, but if you don't have health, then you can't really enjoy any of that, and you can't even give to others if you don't have health of your own. Because how can you? I mean, we all get stuck up in different things, being busy with work, being busy studying, and we try to earn as much as we can, achieve our goals and everything, but sometimes we tend to forget that health is always the number one priority. Because if you don't have your health, have you gotten sick recently? Any one of you guys? And you remember the feeling? I've gotten sick recently, like around a month ago, and the feeling was awful. I couldn't do anything. Had no energy whatsoever. Couldn't work properly. Couldn't stand properly. Couldn't walk properly. Could almost do nothing. And it was an absolutely helpless feeling. And imagine if you had everything that you ever wanted, but you couldn't move. What would it be for? So yeah, it's something that I would really be prioritizing. Because everything else, once you have your health, everything is, well, not everything, but it's more within your power. Right? If you have your health, then you're the, as they say, master of your own world. But if you don't have health in the first place, then that's out of your control. Everything else becomes out of control. So health first. Man, this fog is beautiful, huh? I love how the fog really simulates things like in real life. Let's see. I should have fog lights here. I think those are the fog lights. I'm not sure if anything's changing though. Yeah, those are low beams. Even the high beams don't change. I remember them changing for other buses, but for this Neoplan Skyliner, not so much. I don't know why that is. Maybe from the exterior it's more apparent. But look at this fog, guys. Goodness. How often does this happen here? And how often does this happen where you guys are from? I remember in the Philippines we have a place which is higher up in the mountains, so it's colder normally, and we get this often. When do you get fog anyway? I should know this by now, being exposed to aviation and weather conditions. I should know this. Does this happen at the point when the temperature goes below or near the dew point? I know I always forget what that dew point is for, but yeah, we tend to get this in the colder parts of the country in the Philippines, so I'm guessing it has something to do with temperature. But I guess not only that, right? I'm thinking the dew point has something to do with it. It is the point when the air becomes water. Oh my goodness, I'm going to embarrass myself here. I won't continue with that thought. I'll let you guys finish that sentence. Man, just full on foggy, but I like it. I like the dynamic weather. I thought initially we only would have like either rainy season or sunny weather, maybe snow when it's winter, but didn't expect that we would get this kind of random foggy weather kind of deal. It's a very nice surprise. Cool stuff. I like it. It looks like we are very early as well. 8:57. Do we have any rest area here in the place? Maybe we can go there. Imagine that, we don't even have a rest area in the city itself. We only have it on some parts of the autobahn, like there. Like, do we have to go out of our way just to go to a rest area? That just sounds wrong. I think there is something that needs to be adjusted in the game mechanics. That, or I'm just really missing something at the core of this game. Because yeah, we need rest, but I wouldn't go out of my way just to rest up at the risk of, like, if it's not part of the original route, I wouldn't go there. And if rest is required, then the routing should also reflect that. Otherwise the ETA would not be accurate. So yeah, I'm missing a piece here. So if you guys are familiar with how the game mechanics work, how the rest system works, let me know in the comments, okay? I'd love to follow it properly as it was designed. But at this point, it just seems impossible. You either rest and you're late, or you don't rest and make a chance of doing it in time. Love that foggy weather effect. I couldn't even see those cars a few meters back there. You know, they just appear out of nowhere. You can also see the very subtle dirt in the windshield. Yeah, the black spots in the windshield. Very nice subtle effect. I wonder if we can wipe them off. No, not really. They're still there. That's nice. Very nice attention to detail. Right, looks like this is our last turn before we arrive at the bus stop. Our folks should be very happy because we are quite early. 9:30 is the ETA. It's only 9:06. And we're just around the corner, 2 kilometers away. Is it our turn? Not yet. Okay. Hello? There we go. Alright, I don't think we are going to make it for one more question, so we will move the questions to a
Wieso machen wir eigentlich keine Pause?
different moving it to a different episode, probably back to a trucking episode next one. So if you guys want to focus on the Q&As, just search in YouTube, look for the titles in my videos. All the Q&A sessions have Q&A at the end, the open and close brackets and the Q ampersand a Q&A. Just look for that and you'll know that it's an episode with a little bit of Q&A in there. Now where are we stopping? Looks like here on the right side. There we go, I see it. This guy wants to rest. I got complaints, but for a few more minutes they can actually get off the bus already. I think that's even better. There we go.
Da kann sich die Bahn echt mal ein Beispiel nehmen.
See? I know you guys will be happy. Parking brake, neutral. Let's go ahead and actually I forgot to lock the doors. My bad. That's fine. People here are trustworthy. I wish. Okay, good. Phew. Scary guys appearing out of nowhere. Alright. Looks good. Everybody off. And we call that a full trip. Let's see how our score looks like. Let's log out. It's probably going to penalize me for not having that rest, but fine. Alright, all passengers transported, stops all completed, all contact was done. 308 kilometers. Was a bit late. Ah, dang it. Minus 50, that's a huge penalty. Look at that. That totally negated all the points we've gotten. So it looks like you really need to rest, even if it's not on the rest area, just on the side of the road like what we did in the previous episode. I think the game likes that better. Okay, fine. Maybe you could have rested before we ended here, right? I think that might have been one option as well. Like a few meters before the ending zone, the landing zone, the bus stop, rest there and then stop in the bus stop. I think that might work even. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Okay, maintained work time plus 10. Yeah, we got into a few accidents, my bad. I was very distracted in the previous episode. Driving behavior 98.4, safe distance broken twice, that's fine. Yeah, we'll take that. It's not the best score, but we did get here. eventually. Alright. So let's leave that there. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this short episode. Let me know what you think. And I'm looking forward to more episodes in the future. Next episode will probably go back to the MAN. I think that's still one of my most favorite buses, the MAN Lions Coach. Absolutely love the steering wheel of the MAN. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Clumsy bussing. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, comment, share with your friends, okay? Thanks and bye-bye. Clumsy bussing.